Alright, check this video out. So this video is two African siblings are in love or dating in a relationship. This is just crazy, man. This is something that I never heard in my life. Something like this will happen in Africa. I obviously seen stuff like this in America, and I think I heard about it in Europe too. But like in Africa, stuff like this usually don't happen that much. But let's just get into the video, y'all, and let's see what's up.
You won't believe what they did. Brian married his sister Brianna.
We can't leave each other. It's not a...
Oh, they're just married now. That's crazy, bro. Their parent must would have been not at home at this point, because like I know for sure this would have never happened. I know Africa, they're gonna whip their ass, even just for thinking about it in the first place.
fault, baby. Understand that.
We're siblings.
Of course.
And not only that, they are even expecting a baby. Yes, it's true.
No, this can't be real, bro. Like, this is going too far, bro. You need to just, ain't nobody in their life just to stop them. I mean, relationship is not fine, but that's just kind of like a little bit better than just also bring up a baby in your...
We love each other so much, and I'm not going to leave her for anything.
It's hard for many to understand, but they live under the same roof, share
Nobody would understand. Your sibling. How can people understand that?
everything, care for each other, and even walk down the street hand in hand without feeling ashamed.
Simwesabingi kama bradhangu. I just say he's my husband.
Wow.
You might judge them, but their situation is due to common mistakes made by many parents. You think this could never happen to you, but it's a situation anyone could find themselves in unexpectedly. What did their parents do wrong that led to such a terrible thing? How do these two manage in a society that finds their situation?
So it's their parent then that made whatever decision that them end up being in a relationship. But I still feel like if the parents are in their life and then they're from Africa, obviously they can stop this thing from just going forward.
Hard to accept. And how did they end up in this position even though they are siblings? Their story became so famous that I heard about it from far away.
Wow.
Driven by curiosity, I traveled back to Kenya to learn the truth. When I heard their story firsthand, it gave me goosebumps. They are caught in a situation that seems impossible to escape once you're in it. Here is their story.
My name is Brian Kyle, and I was born and raised in Kiambu County. And when I was growing up, my father left us to go. I don't know where he went, and I was raised all by myself by my mom. My mom took care of me. She paid all my school fees even as she was struggling. She took me to high school and up to university.
Brian, who is now 21 years old, was brought up by his mother from a young age. His mother worked hard to provide for him because his father left them when he was little. Growing up, Brian met many different people. It's normal for kids to meet new people as they grow, including some who might help them and others who might not. Meanwhile, a young girl Brian had never met or heard of was about to enter his life.
So hi guys, my name
So is it like maybe they didn't know each other? Because I'm just
is
confused.
Brianna. I'm 19 years of age.
My name is Brianna, and I'm 19 years old. I was raised by my mom because I didn't see my dad much. My mom looked after me well. I started school in elementary, then went to high school, and later went to university where I used to live.
They first met at this university.
Oh, so I'm... Okay.
But neither of them knew the other or had met before. They became
Okay, that is the worst situation to be at, because I just said earlier that the parent must would have been not been there, so they obviously didn't know that they were related or they were sisters. That's just where they got
friends
everything wrong.
and eventually fell in love without realizing they were siblings.
Wow.
How did this happen?
So we met at a party in school, just a random day. the school had organized a party. That's where we met through a friend. We met through a friend who said, like, you and a friend I know, you have some similarities. So she organized that we meet that day, and she was fun, she was cool that day, and that's how we started like talking to each other. Then the next time we met, we went out, we started knowing each other. A few months passed by, we started as girlfriend and boyfriend, then we advanced and we also moved in together.
So we met through a friend, and this friend alisema like kuna another boy mwenye akona something.
I met him
similar.
through a friend who mentioned that there was a guy she knew who had a similar personality to mine, and I was curious to meet him. At various school events, I asked my friend to introduce us. When we met, we clicked right away and really enjoyed each other's company. We didn't know we were related at first. We quickly became best friends.
So obviously I feel like it's a little bit hard sometimes in that case just to kind of know from the start, because in Africa people don't realize that there's a lot of people that have the same last name. It's like that a lot in a lot of countries in Africa.
And then fell.
And even though like they have the same last name, but they're not related or at all or anything like that.
In love. I felt so strongly about him that it seemed like nothing could stop my feelings.
They met as students and fell in love, which is a normal and natural thing to happen. Over time, their love grew, and
So I'm just wondering, how did they end up finding it out that they're siblings?
they began spending more time together, sharing everything like people in love do. But one day, something unexpected happened that changed everything.
One day we were on the bed just relaxing after a long day in school. Then she showed me a picture of her dad, and I was so shocked because the same father that she was showing me is also my father, and I was so nervous because we had already committed incest, and I was so worried about what so many people were going to think, all my relatives, and what my mom was going to think about that.
But I kind of get you, bro. You know, it's kind of hard. Like, it is kind of in a tough situation because, like, you know, you didn't know anything about you guys were related or anything like that. It will be shocking to your mom and people in the city too.
Kumoja tu like nikiwa na scroll simu yangu nikakam akaona picha ya babangu, kumbe babangu pia ni babake.
While looking at photos on my phone, I showed him a picture of my dad. He looked scared and then told me that the man in the photo was also his dad. This meant we had the same father. It was shocking and upsetting, and I didn't know what to do. Imagine dating someone and then finding out he is your brother. I loved him so much that my feelings didn't change, especially since he was already my
It seems like she really doesn't care about this situation, them being siblings. But I feel like the guy do obviously care that they're related. It's kind of a little bit hard now. They're both in love. It's tough.
husband, and I was pregnant with his child.
My mom was there for me all my life, so she was very understanding, and she had agreed to support us, and she even talked to us even when I was in my depression state. She came and talked to me, and she made me feel so safe. And my girlfriend also was there, and she also convinced me that if we loved each other, why not continue with this relationship.
His mother coming back to him was the right thing to do because, as a mother, she knew that his son wasn't to blame for what happened. However, the girl's
There's nobody here to blame, I would say. You know, even the girl, none of them know about it from the start. You know what I mean? So it's like
family and society didn't see it that way. They didn't understand that she wasn't at fault. This is where they started to stand up for themselves in what feels like a battle against these societal views.
My mom aliniachilia. Mama hadi ataki kubother kunifanyia anything.
When my mother found out, she stopped helping me. She used to provide all my meals, but now she doesn't care about my life anymore. People think we did something terrible, but
it is kind of terrible if you guys know now and not trying to end the relationship. It doesn't really matter how you feel about the person. It's your brother. You guys are brother and sister. I understand y'all been kind of in love now, but y'all gotta break that thing, bro. I'm with her mom on that side, like, to me.
we didn't choose this. My father also didn't care about the situation. I felt very sad, but there was nothing we could do because we only discovered the truth when it was too late.
Brianna told the father that she has met his brother. He didn't even say anything because he hasn't been there for my life, so why would he even care about us? And he has never come back to even see how I was faring, to even give me advice. Even now that I also am going to be a parent, and I'm really scared because I don't know what to do. Being a young parent is not something easy, and I know that right now we survive only on one meal or 2 meals per day. And how about us now being 3 of us in our life? My mom doesn't have enough money to take care of the 3 of us, of the 2 of us, me and Brianna. So how will she be able to take care of us and our child? It's going to be really hard, but I know there's going to be a way out.
The story of these young people, Brian and Brianna, is truly sad. Instead of their families supporting them and helping them understand their mistakes, they were the first to abandon them.
But I just feel like, that what the family doing, abandoning them, is obviously not a good thing, but they kind of got to talk to them their way out of this, bro. Like, you guys are siblings. This is not the right thing to do. Even though you guys are in love, it is obviously not the right thing to do. So y'all gotta just figure something out.
If you notice, even their names are similar, hinting that they share the same parents. Now, with their families gone, their lives have become even more difficult. They struggle to find enough food, paying rent is a constant burden, and on top of that, Brian is dealing with serious health issues. Despite their youth, they are also preparing for the future, which includes the arrival of a child. They are facing these challenges without the support of their families, which makes their situation especially tough.
Alright, man, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Just let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about this situation. I will see y'all in the next video.